right. We've broken through Vassal.
We're in striking distance of Randgriz now.
Welcome. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. The Marmota reached the gates at Randgriz. It plowed through them and into the castle.
No, we're too late.
Finale. Shadow of the Valkyria.
Property damage as well. Well, anyway, welcome back to Valkyria Chronicles with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Puggy. And, believe it or not, we are very near the end of the game. Yes, seriously, we are. So, before I continue with the story, I am indeed going to level up my troops, etc., etc., and then we will continue with the story. And there is quite a lot of story to get through here as well, because, of course, not only do we have to deal with the Marmota, but also Maximillian himself, the leader of the Empire. So, with that said, firstly, I am going to go straight to the audience hall. Apparently, Princess Cordelia is still willing to see us, even though a gigantic tank plowed right through the city to get through to her palace. And we'll see actually more on Princess Cordelia in a moment, actually. So yeah, as for that, I'm going to return to the training field here and level up my scouts, I think. My lancers, definitely, and maybe my snipers. I probably won't be using my snipers initially, but I will be using them somewhat on the last one, although the final boss, oh boy, the final boss is quite tough to deal with. Apparently we have a new potential for the scouts. Not that I'll be using them in my thing, but there we go. So, with that said, I am going to, of course, go to R&D and maybe get some more parts for my weapons. Let's see. Machine guns? Well, I will be using my troopers against the final boss. That is a certainty. Equip size up? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I will. And firepower would be nice, I guess. Well, that does drop attack on those weapons. There we go. That's as far as I can go with machine guns. So yeah, I've already looked at that, so let's see. Anti-tank lances, certainly for the first part I will need to use plenty of lancers, and I will get to that once we take on that mission. So yeah, sniper rifles I don't think I'll be using, even though one of the things I can do. And we will also get our final uniform upgrade. Can we do the same for blast suits as well? Let's see. Yes, we can. Good. Because we will have to deal with a very tough final mission against the Marmota. It is going to be the Marmota. I'm not going to beat around the bush. So yeah. Reinforced barrel or steel upgrade? I don't know. Maybe I will go for more range here. Anyway, I will see you after we get through the story, I think.
Your Highness honors me with an audience. I offer my thanks. We Maximillian stand humbly before you. Your Highness, you must allow me to apologize for the somewhat brutish manner of my entrance to your domains.
We'd expect no less from Europa's premier commander, the great Maximillian. To cross our sovereign border with such lightning speed. Your tactics are admirable.
And you are the one they call Borg. You attempt to ally yourself with the Federation. Then you turn over a new leaf and become the Empire's informant.
It is all to ensure that Gallia remain a stable nation, of course. Ours is a small land, as you know. Our fate is made secure by such agreements. The sovereign state of Gallia will accept unconditional surrender and become a vassal state to your empire. In return, by our treaty, and your grace's favor, I, your humble servant Borg, will rule Gallia in your stead.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. What use could we possibly have for Gallia as a vassal state? We, Maximillian, shall be the one to assume the Archduchy, and then Gallia shall be made anew under us.
But we agreed.
Then as sole master of this palace, we shall wake the lance that lies resting within its walls. Valkov, the key to ruling all Europa.
The lance. How could you know?
My dear Princess Cordelia, you shall serve as our bride. The Valkyrian bloodline, legacy of the great House Randgriz, would be a fitting dowry for us, King of Europa.
The Valkyrian bloodline? I see. You wish to ransom Europa with its power.
Indeed. The reverence and respect the people of this continent hold for that ancient blood is undiminished to this day.
Well then, I hate to disappoint you, but this is the true face of House Randgriz.
Your Highness, what are you doing? That's impossible.
Really?
As you can see, my blood is not Valkyrian. It is Darcsen.
Princess, what is the meaning of this?
Thousands of years past, the Valkyria invaded from the north to lay claim to Europa. The indigenous people, the Darcsen tribes, fought them for control of this land. But the powers of Ragnite they possessed were too great. The Darcsen cities were burned. The struggle continued, though its conclusion was clear. Ultimately, one influential clan among the Darcsen tribes defected to the Valkyria side. The Darcsen were defeated and quickly became slaves to the Valkyria.
And victorious, the Valkyria authored history to blame Darcsens for scorching the earth. Of course, then the descendants of that clan of treacherous Darcsens lived on as...
Yes, as House Randgriz, the Archdukes of Gallia. In return for their betrayal, the Valkyria established them as the rulers of Gallia. We donned the identity of our masters and were complicit in the Darcsen slander.
With a perfect scapegoat, the people quickly acquiesced to new rule. A common tale.
A common tale that has caused me much grief. To face my people deceptively has pained me. Until the day came that I ran from that pain, trading my free will for comfort. Were it not for a single officer's words, I would no doubt still be lost in that conceit. I am bound by neither fate nor duty to obey the false blood within me. I live by my own will. I live for the sake of Gallia and its people. This, and this alone, is my calling.
All the more reason to be my bride.
No. For the sake of my people, I shall see you dead!
What delightful barbarism. Do all Gallian brides share your lust for blood? If you desire safety for your people, it would behoove you to obey me, Highness. The Valkov is in my possession. To see your homeland burn again, that would be a shame.
Has something happened? What's all the commotion?
It's them. The Imperial Army invaded Randgriz.
What?
They crashed through the city walls with a huge tank and drove it into the castle. And now they're doing some kind of work on the tank still half stuck into the castle.
Work on that? Did they learn of the Valkov's location? No. I can't afford to wait around here. Sorry, but... My chest... It's tight. It hurts.
What? What's wrong?
My heart. Help! Help me!
Are you all right? Hey! Talk to me!
I'm sorry. Forgive me. I've got to get to Randgriz. I just hope I'm in time.
We're drawing close to Randgriz now. As for our plan of attack, once we arrive, focus your attacks on the spot damaged by Sergeant Melchiot in the previous battle. Exploit that, gain access to the interior, and destroy the Dreadnought's engine. Follow?
Yes, Captain.
I'm confident you can do this, soldiers. You are dismissed.
Quite a risky operation.
I know. I'm worried about morale if everyone feels like it's a suicide mission.
We're used to your crazy mission by now, aren't we, guys?
Yeah, you bet. Nothing bothers me anymore now.
And it helps to know that if we can just win this one, our war will be over.
We'll do it for Isara, and all the other friends we lost along the way.
And for all of Gallia's people.
One more victory, and they'll have peace.
Words fail me. Thank you.
All right, everybody, get ready to deploy.
Almost showtime, huh, Welcome? Militia rides into Randgriz showdown. Mind if I put y'all's story on the radio? I'm afraid I can't go help you fight. But I'd like to do what I can to stand by you. As ace journalist Irene Ellett.
Okay, why not? Our activities are hardly a secret to the Empire at this point. Irene Ellett, huh? I can't remember ever hearing your full name like that.
At least until the war ends and I get married. Then I'll be Irene Kohler, just FYI. This'll be my last big assignment as an Ellett. Time to do the old name proud.
Give me a status report on affixing the lance.
Work should be complete shortly, followed by final testing, sir.
Good. Keep it moving along, soldier.
Yes, sir.
I knew it. They came to the capital to get at the Valkov. Bastards. You won't have it.
Now, Your Highness, affix your signature to this treaty of marriage. You have no choice if you wish to keep your people safe.
Your Grace, sir!
Be silent. This treaty seals our victory.
Sir, the Gallians have broken through the vassal defenses. General Jaeger is defeated. Now the militia is headed here to Randgriz even as we speak.
What?
Newsflash from Radio GBS, your source for the news. The Gallian militia has faced and thwarted the Empire's defenses at Vassal Bridge. They march now to the capital to liberate it from occupation.
Oh, right! That's my bro, Welkin!
No! Ha! Reckon I did a fair job whipping those kids into shape.
Citizens of Gallia, keep your faith alive. Turn and face the threat ahead and fight!
Go, Welkies, go! We're all cheering for you. Make us proud.
Belgian, if you're watching up there, your son could probably use a little help.
So be it. We shall fight them off ourselves. Quickly, to the Marmota.
Yes, sir!
Last time their war witch had us on the defensive, but now we possess a lance of our own. Let us settle this now for all time.
Your Grace, may the Valkyria protect you. Leave the defense, Castle Randgriz, to me.
Do we look the fool that might trust a dog with so little loyalty to his master as you? Put this man to death by violence. Gallia tomorrow has
Maximillian, we had agreed. We had an understanding.
All right, come along.
Stop this! Desist at once! Who are you to touch me?
Welkin, you are our final hope. Please, I beg of you, victory yours.
Marmota sighted ahead, sir. Range, 4,000 meters.
What's that big pointy thing on top?
I've seen that. It's just like the Valkyrian lance, the one that Alicia carried. Look out, Sevens! Clear the Marmota's forward path! Move it!
The Gallian militia is fanned out ahead of us in a line, sir. Range, 4,000 meters.
They say that in antiquity, the Valkyria called upon Valkov's light to crush and subjugate the entire Darcsen tribe. The greatest weapon of all time, fashioned into something as pedestrian as a castle tower. How could they have known? And now it awakens. Shouldered by the Marmota we have engineered to bear it. A leviathan upon the land. Now, futility of your struggles. Bow before the terrible light that once scorched the earth.
The Marmotas fired an unidentified beam of light. Squads 4 and 5 have been wiped out.
Hot damn! If we'd been one step slower, we'd be a big pile of dust by now.
Stay clear of the front of that thing! Move around to its side!
Dare you face us yet, after that display?
We wield power enough to bring any foe to his knees. This is the future face of warfare. To impress the magnitude of our power upon the world, you shall all die gruesomely. Now, cross us if you dare. Our history of unrivaled glory begins here.
So finally, after all that, we finally go into battle against the Marmota. Yes, we are not running away from it anymore. And given that Alicia pretty much managed to pierce it with the Valkyrian lance, it means we have a way to actually damage the Marmota. Though it's still going to be a tough battle. So, basically, what I want to do is, get up there past the damaged plating. So, yeah. And we are going to have a bit of assistance in this fight as well. So, who do I want? Well, I definitely want to bring some lancers along, as well as some troopers. I'm not sure if I want to bring any, scouts along, because, to be honest, I am worried that the attack guns there will pretty much do them in. One of the things we will also have to deal with is a bunch of reinforcements coming out of the Marmota. And also, of course, the Valkov as well. The gigantic Valkyrian lance that was the castle tower until Maximillian managed to, well, pinch it.
Here we are, actually squaring off against the Marmota.
Yeah, this will really be the final battle.
Lieutenant Gunther, are you all right?
Princess Cordelia, what are you doing here, Your Highness?
I know I may just be in the way, but I wish to be of assistance however I am able. I wish to fight as well. Allow me to stand in defense of my homeland.
I understand. We'd be honored to have your help in the rear guard. Here's the plan. Start by focusing our fire on the whole Alicia's lance main. The Dreadnought's side is lined with cannons though, so you'll need to be careful.
Roger.
Also, tanks can use the depression in front of the Marmota to fire upward.
Right. I'm on it.
We've come through a lot of tight spots, Sevens. Believe in yourselves. I know we can do this. Squad 7, move out!
So, basically what we are dealing with here is a gigantic behemoth of a machine here. And basically what we want to do, I know I didn't see that because I took way too long on my initial run on this thing, but basically what I want to do is send 2 of my lancers up there, or at least a lancer and a trooper, because there are some enemies still within the thing. And if you target the plating towards the side of the thing with one of your lancers, then it will fall down and pretty much, come off. So yeah. In addition to the cannons here in the on the Marmota, I also have to worry about is the fact that there are also some troopers and and snipers and lancers off to the left there, and they will be gunning for our troops as well as the amount of troops coming out of the thing. Again, you can use our lancers to actually damage the guns, though I am going to try and get this over with as quickly as possible. In addition, of course, various troopers will come out of the Marmota. Now, you can indeed bring your troops to the front there. I have never been able to do that myself. So, yeah, because of the fact that what can happen is that you can see the front of the Marmota is also where the Valkov, the gigantic lance that was was disguised, shall we say, as the castle tower in Randgriz. So yeah, and you definitely want to be careful with your troops because, as I say, not only will the Valkov charge up between turns, it will also unleash a gigantic beam of energy that can kill even a tank in one blow. And given that one of the things that should not happen in this fight, like most fights in Valkyria Chronicles, Welkin cannot die. If he dies, it's pretty much game over. So I initially thought of putting the Edelweiss near the front of the Marmota, very foolishly, to gun down the troops because I don't think my troopers would have been able to. That was foolish on my part because of the Valkov being fired off. To actually win this battle, we have to do one of two things. Firstly, we have to get rid of the energy supply that is supplying the Valkov with energy, and we will see that in a moment. As you can see, the Marmota is also equipped with anti-tank turrets, so they have the power of the anti-tank guns we have been facing thus far in the game. So, it is a very tough fight here. And when the Valkov is ready to actually fire, then it will be it will show up on the map. So you want to be careful there. If you are using the Edelweiss or the Shamrock to get rid of the troops there, then you want to get out of the way as quickly as possible. So now, also before I go on, the troopers to the left there, I believe they do respawn just like when we were dealing with them in Nagia, of course. So yeah. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough fight, isn't it? Yes, it is. To the point where I did have to actually save, and why this episode is so long. I will probably actually split it in half like I did with episode 52 on Blair, but not on YouTube, as I say, because of the storage requirements on that thing. So, how do I want to go about this? Well, firstly, I want to get up the ladder here. I have climbed up the first ladder there off screen, and also damaged the plating. That's the first thing you definitely have to do with the thing. I am going to send Rosie over here to deal with this trooper up point blank range, and then what I will do is get Largo to actually destroy the two dare I say, energy units that are powering both of the propellers, and also the Valkov for that reason, because you cannot damage the Valkov other than by doing that. So, let's go up here, and then I want to be careful. I also want to use some frag grenade on Largo, because he did take quite a bit of damage going up the thing. I also use his lance to destroy the plating there. As I say, and that done, we can go over here, and you will note that by each of the propellers on the Marmota, there are two generators. Those are the things we have to destroy. So yeah. So what do I want to do? Well, firstly, I think I want to move the Shamrock toward those troopers. To provide a bit of cover for my troops, yes. I know that the Lancer will not go down, but that trooper over there definitely will, so either that or go... No, I'm going for that trooper because he's low on health. Why not? So, yep, he's down, and the other trooper's down as well. So now I probably want to do the same with the... Well, actually, no, I want to send one of my engineers over to the things. Now, the other thing to watch out for is the fact that these enemies can and will kill your troops. They will. Quite readily, in fact. So, yeah, what the hell? Why did I not do that? I don't want Dallas to die unnecessarily. You can still bring in more things, but yeah. That's what I'm going to do from here. So, as for you, I probably want to send you behind this tank and get rid of that Lancer there, Edie. There we go. And there's also a sniper there as well, so I may want to get rid of him as well. Oh boy. As you may have seen at the beginning of the stage, what will happen is that, well, firstly, before I go on, we saw that Cordelia has joined us on the battlefield, and indeed she can help out. She can heal us every so often, not every single turn, because that would make it like far too easy, but she will heal all units, including the tanks. So yeah, as long as they're not unconscious, oh boy, they might well be by the end of this. Okay, so, shall I get rid of the sniper? Who's going to be more annoying? Well, probably that sniper, because he's more likely to do that. So, I think I'll get rid of this trooper first. So, there we go. I do not want to deal with that. Then, in the turn, I think, and take cover behind this abandoned tank. Yes, apparently, not all of the Gallian tanks were destroyed. So, I'm going to have to go straight for the thing. I don't think she'll take damage from the thing. So, get rid of the sniper, definitely, because I do not want any of my troops dying unnecessarily. So, there we go. So, now I want you to hide behind the tank and not miss one match. And then I will probably end the turn, as I only have one CP left. But maybe not. Maybe I'll have... you go behind the tank as well and use some Ragnade on yourself there, Edie. And that'll do it. Then we will see the Valkov being fired here towards the end of this turn. So yeah, we still of course have to deal with the thing. So yeah, so I was half right. The troops do indeed the reinforcements do come, so yeah. So what I actually want to do is seemingly deal with that. So, thankfully they respawn at a slower rate than they did at Magyar, so at least that's something. Yes, because we don't want that. No, we don't. The other thing of note is that the Valkov itself can actually shoot at you as well. So yeah, and oh boy, why they deployed the flamethrower. Oh well, maybe I'll send out some more of my troopers, I don't know. Have to do something now that they've taken damage from those troopers. So yeah. Let's say that's why I brought Ramsey along, because she loves machines, and I do not want to send my engineers near the Gatling turrets either. Oh boy, I hope they don't die here. I hope to, well, whatever deity the Valkyria will probably false gods here. Anyway, now we see the Valkov firing, and oh boy, that's some very destructive shit.
I wish to be of assistance however I am able.
And there we go with Cordelia's healing there at the end of the second turn. It's a shame that poor
Entering combat.
Evie wasn't alive enough to see it, but never mind. And I am setting up a smoke round. I don't know why I'm setting up a smoke round, but yeah. You still have to restart there.